Chapter 156. About love. Lamech, when he had heard this from Abiram, began to search his soul, and it did not take him very long to begin to understand who was hidden behind Abiram. When Abiram saw that Lamech had found and recognized him, he asked Lamech, "Listen, my beloved, faithful Lamech, how do you feel now? Do you still fear the great thunderstorm, which will soon break over us? Or shall I still begin to fear it with you in downright earnest?" But Lamech began to weep for joy and was unable to answer. Only after quite a while, when his heart had given vent to its love through many tears of joy, and thus had sufficiently expanded for such a sudden great sight, did he begin, enraptured, to address the following words to Abiram. "O Abiram, O Emmanuel, O Abba, you, O my Abba, I have found you again, found again. How should I be afraid of that which is nothing before God? If it be your will, let the earth be smashed to dust by countless flashes of lightning, and the sea evaporate like a dewdrop on glowing iron. Yes, let flaming hurricanes blow with such force that they could play with mountains as does a raging storm with the foliage of trees. And let world-size hailstones plunge to the earth. And you will not ever discover any fear in me, for wherever you are, it is good to be. But without you, it is even in the most beautiful and calm weather, terrible on earth and everywhere. Everything is bleak and desolate, and all the things you look at sneer at you threateningly and deadly. The wind screams and howls, death. The grass dies, the water roars, death. And the banks tremble and pass away, and the water evaporates into death, into the dark nothingness. The otherwise animating ray of the sun kills the vermin of the grave. The mortal body's material forces wither. The deadly sluggish mass sinks exhausted down to the weakened earth, and the deceased then sinks from death to death. And the otherwise lively stars turn dark and pale, and no friendly vibrating any longer interrupts their dead, dark and ghastly stillness. In a word, where you are, even stones become alive, and so friendly that it is a pleasure to look at them. Yes, I even believe that if one were with you in a fire, and the otherwise all-consuming flames engulfed one, instead of the most painful burning, one would feel only a lovely gentle cooling. For you are love everywhere and at all times. Look, that is why I am now totally unafraid, since I have you once more. But you must not vanish from me like that again, so that I do not know where you have hidden. Said Abiram, Yes, you shall never lose me again, not now, nor in all eternity. Amen. But for now, keep silent about this before Adam and Seth, and Eve, and the wife of Seth, as well as before all the other children. For I want everyone to find me, as you have now done. And no one shall find me until he has found me, as you have now found and recognized me in your heart. But I tell you, this night will still bring all of them here to us. However, when they come, none of you three shall reveal me to them, for when their great fear will drive them into their innermost, and their own heart is revealed before their eyes, showing them how much and what kind of love it holds, only then will it become evident how much love for me dwells in their heart. And depending on that, they will either recognize me or not. Behold, I do it like a bridegroom who explores the heart of the one he wants to take for his wife. At night, in a stormy night, he walks around the hut wherein his chosen dwells. And with an anxious heart he listens with great concentration for secret sighs of love from the mouth of his chosen. Good for her if her heart is full of her bridegroom, for the mouth speaks out of the abundance of the heart. She will call his name, and I tell you that her sighing and calling will break the bridegroom's heart, and he will enter her room, and still by night lead her into his hut and make her his wife. Do you think that when the bridegroom thus overhears his chosen by night, but finds her either asleep or sighing the name of another, he will enter her room and lead her to his house? Behold, that he will never do, but henceforth avoid her and disdain her sight. And so I am now, in a stormy night, at the door of all my chosen. Wherever I shall hear a sighing for me in the heart, I shall enter and do as the bridegroom did. But where I shall find the chosen either asleep or sighing for the name of another, I shall do also what the mentioned bridegroom would do to his chosen. However, there is a difference between me and the bridegroom. I come with love, bring love, give love, seek love, and demand love. And he whom I find asleep will be awakened for the 77 times 77,000th time. Only if he does not wake up shall I withdraw. And woe betides the one from whom I have withdrawn. Truly, he will henceforth be sighing and calling my name in vain for a long, long, long time. But I shall not answer him,